3 weeks worth of new comic book day hauls and my recent Clifton Show pickups up next on Dave in the Cave. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Dave in the Cave back once again with a new video here. This one's been a long time coming. Actually, I haven't put out a video in a little bit, but been busy with regular stuff. But lots to get through on this video. Total of 34 books, guys. So let me actually give you the breakdown. So it's going to be 2 trade paperbacks, 4 indie books, 11 DC books, 7 Marvel books, and then I have 10 recent pickups from the Clifton Comic Show this past weekend. So lots to go through and lots to show off. So hey guys, let's just jump right into it. So I'm actually going to start off with the 2 trade paperbacks, nice and easy, get them out of the way. But the first one here I have is Wonder Woman Warbinger. This one actually looks like a pretty good read, based on the best-selling book by Lee Bardugo. You have it adapted by Louise Simpson, and it's illustrated by Kit Seaton. So I'm really excited to ultimately get into this. I'm actually not too familiar with the story, but hey, it's a Wonder Woman book, so I'm all about it. Second trade is actually Die Volume 2. So I am actually 3/4 of the way through the first volume, and it's been a really good read. Very, very interesting, very exciting. Just picked this up recently just to keep it going. I think that would actually bring me current. I think they're actually on issue 10 or issue 11 right now. So there you go, guys. That is the trade paperback. So I'm actually going to jump into the indie books real quick. Again, the shortest stack out of the bunch. So I'm actually going to start off with a Zenescope book. So this one is actually called Unbound, and this is actually issue 3. And if you know me, I'm a big Tron Legacy guy, big Tron guy overall. And actually loved the cover on this. Really does feel like a Tron, inspired type of cover. I get Ready Player One vibes out of this too, but gorgeous cover art, and really I would say a big reason why I picked this book up. So really ultimately excited to have it. Up next, Monstrous number 25. Again, if you saw my top 5 video with Nemesis Prime on the 3 Men in a Basement channel, this is actually one of the books that was in my top 5 for last year. And again, I'm hoping that it ultimately keeps the momentum going. So really happy to have it. Up next is actually a Game of Thrones book, guys. So it's a Clash of Kings Part 2. I actually was reading the first part. This is adapted right out of the books, right out of the show. Really excited to ultimately read it. And I kind of know what happens already, but it's still a good read. And then finally, my last indie book, guys. It is actually a Vampirella. Number 6. I actually picked this up at the Clifton Comic Show, but wanted to kind of filter it in with the indie books only because it was such a short stack. Jesus. But Vampirella number 6. This is actually the blood acetate cover, art germ on cover art. This is crazy. There we go. That's better. But the blood actually pulls back from the regular cover. And it's actually like that on the back too. So this is crazy. Might come with me to New York Comic Con. Maybe get it signed and slabbed. Who knows? But all right, there you have it, guys. And then up next, we'll jump into the Marvel stack because that's actually smaller than the rest. So we'll get started on Black Cat number 9. So J. Scott Campbell cover art. Different color artist. This is actually Delgado on colors. Nonetheless, still a really, really beautiful book, and ultimately happy to have it. Next up, the Spider-Man, The Black Cat Strikes, #1. This is straight out of the video game storylines. The art certainly matches the video game. Really, really stoked to ultimately get into it. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man #1, The Daily Bugle. This is actually going to be a 5-book miniseries. I'm really excited to ultimately see where this one goes. Cover art on this is actually Mark Bagley, so really excited about that. Up next, Amazing Spider-Man #347. This is actually the facsimile version of this. Cool cover. I have the real version, so I'm ultimately happy to add it to the Spidey collection. And the last 3 books you're about to see, again, are all Amazing Spider-Man. So the first 2 here are Amazing Spider-Man #38. So you have your cover A, and then your variant cover. This was actually a Marvel's X variant. So really stoked to have these. Ultimately file them away. And then the last book in the Marvel stack, at least as far as new pickups and new comic book day, I actually stumbled across this out in Walmart here in the area, and it was actually a part of a 3-book set. So it's Amazing Spider-Man #33. This is actually the Walmart exclusive, and this is an Alex Ross covers, and this is gorgeous. I'm actually contemplating sending this off to get it slabbed. It really does look like a 9.8 candidate, and again, Alex Ross on art. This thing is gorgeous, so super stoked to have it. So that is your Marvel books, guys. Second to last stack here is actually going to be all DC books, and then I'll hop into the Clifton Comic Show haul. I love that show. But anyway, let's jump into DC. So starting off is actually a Green Lantern #1. This is the facsimile edition. Figured, hey, I'll never own a Green Lantern 1, so I figured, might as well pick it up and see what the story's about. Next 2 up are actually dollar comics. So Batman Adventures 12, so your first appearance of Harley Quinn, and it was so nice I decided to buy it twice. So, hey, happy to have it. Let's see where it goes. Maybe slab one of them and stick it in one of the display cases here in the building. Up next, Justice League Dark #19. This is gorgeous, really, really cool looking. Very, very happy to add it to the collection. And then up next, Action Comics 1019. This is actually the cardstock version with Lucio Perillo on cover art, and this is gorgeous. Lucio's been killing it lately a lot with his with his recent work. I mean, you have this, you have some of the Justice League books. He's been doing fantastic on a lot of the Vampirella and Red Sonja books, so he's on fire lately, and it's really cool to see. So up next, guys, 2 Batman books. So Batman 87 and then Batman 88. And I think everybody's preparing for Batman 89. Should be really interesting. I'm sure that will, if it already hasn't sold out everywhere, and I'm sure it's already going to a second printing, so we'll see what happens. But up next, guys, Justice League Odyssey #17. Love the cover art on this one. It's gorgeous, really bright, really pops. And whenever you get Darkseid on a cover, I am usually super stoked about that. And when, lo and behold, Darkseid on a cover, Justice League Odyssey 18. And Darkseid is back. So super stoked to see where that goes. As you can see, I'm 2 issues behind. And rounding out DC, guys, Justice League #39 and Justice League #40. So as you can see, I'm a little behind on a lot of books, but you know, hopefully we can kind of catch up this weekend. So that is the new comic book day hauls over the past few weeks or so. I actually have to go pick up today's books, you know, over the next few days. So definitely keep a lookout on that. But so guys, let me walk you through what I actually picked up at the comic show. So what I initially wanted to do was do like my comic hunting brother Nemesis Prime does, you know, take out $100 and really see what I can get, you know, with you know, that. And that quickly went off the rails very quickly. So so let me show you what I picked up. You know, again, I'm really happy with it. If you know me, if you know what I'm collecting, you know it's going to be Spider-Man themed, and I will not disappoint in, you know, what this stack is going to be. So let's start off. So right off the bat, Amazing Spider-Man 365, your first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. I'm actually picking this book up whenever I see it now. I think I got this for $5, so really stoked to have it. And right behind the Amazing Spider-Man was actually Spider-Man and Web of Spider-Man, you know, both hologram covers. Again, I always tend to pick these up when I see them just because they're really cool, and, you know, I like to have the set. So really, really happy to have those. And then this is actually an Amazing Spider-Man number 3, and this is actually a Wizard Ace edition. So this actually reprints the first appearance of Dr. Octopus, and this is actually an acetate cover, so the Spider-Man's eye actually peels back and shows more of Dr. Octopus. So really excited to have it. Got this for a great price, and you know, we'll just keep it rolling. So up next, guys, is actually Amazing Spider-Man number 546. So this is actually your first appearance of Mr. Negative. So I have this book in a 9/8 already. I do have 2 raw versions of it, and I actually saw this one, and it certainly looks a lot different than your typical 546 does. So it's not the variant. The variant looks a lot different, but this is actually a Marvel's Greatest Comics edition. It's actually $1 book. I've actually never seen this before, so of course I picked it up just to you know, be able to explore it a little bit better. But hey guys, if you know what this is and you know where this came from, you know, definitely leave a comment below. I mean, I'm certainly going to do, you know, my own research on it, but I thought it was really interesting. And again, for, you know, for $4 or $5, you know, I'll gladly take a, you know, a gamble on, you know, maybe that actually being something. And again, it's a first appearance, so, you know, why not? Up next, guys, so Amazing Spider-Man 602. This is actually the second printing variant cover, so super stoked to have this. Again, completionist, trying to check off, you know, all those little variants here and there. So next up, guys, an Amazing Spider-Man number 1. This is actually a Newberry Comics exclusive, so really happy to have it. As you can see, I got it for $4, so can't beat that. And then 3 books left, guys, and these are probably where I spent the most amount of money at the Clifton Comic Show. So sub 100 Spidey, you know, again, they're getting harder and harder to find in, you know, relatively decent grade. So I picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 64. Actually looks to be in pretty good condition. Actually got this from the Zap Comics booth, so really ultimately happy to have it. I also picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 77. Again, got this from the Zap booth. Got it for a great price. Love the black cover. I know these are really hard to find in, you know, again, relatively good condition. I think you can kind of say that about any black cover, but again, I mean, it's John Romita Jr. Johnny Romita Sr. at his best. I mean, this is gorgeous, and I'm really, really stoked to add it into the PC. And then, you know, guys, hey, my last book, probably, actually not probably, the most expensive book that I picked up while I was at the show. And this is actually an Amazing Spider-Man 568. This is actually the Dynamic Forces, I guess you'd call it a negative variant. Alex Ross, super, super tough to find out in the wild. That's not $300-400, so could use a press and a little bit of a clean. I'm willing to light $15 on fire to get me closer to a 9.8. So I'm really, really stoked to add this one into the PC. And there you have it, gentlemen and ladies. So that's my haul. That's 32 comic books and 2 trade paperbacks for you to take a peek at. So really hope you enjoyed what I had to show you guys. And I guess, you know, hey, let's talk about what's next. So I am literally waiting for one more set of Wonder Woman 750s to come in. So I'm hoping that those come in, you know, end of the week this week, early next week, so I can get that video together for you. Also, you know, also had come into the cave. Hold on one second, let me show it to you. So I had this come in, and if you're wondering what this is actually my Wada game submission. So really, really excited to ultimately show you guys what's in here. You know, didn't look at the grades. I mean, of course, I know what games they are, but, you know, really excited to ultimately see, you know, where these grades come in at. You know, it's really more of going to be a, you know, a learning experience just to kind of get a better sense of, you know, knowing what grade is what got me there, what, you know, what kind of took away from it. So, you know, we'll learn together. I'm just working it through just in the sense of, you know, do I just want to make a video? Do I want to go live? You know, hey, let me know in the comments what you guys want to do. But that is probably what's going to be done over the next, I don't know, couple weeks or so. I'll probably end up dropping another video with the new comic book day hauls. I do have some other stuff that's coming into the cave. So, hey, like, comment, sub up, hit the notification bell. This way you know when, you know, I'm dropping a video or I'm about to go live. I'm really, really excited to, you know, ultimately get it going again. I feel like I've been gone a little bit as far as putting content out. But hey guys, thanks so much for watching. This is officially your boy Dave in the Cave signing out. Peace.